this should serve as a memory for all of us, a reflection for all of us, and a responsibility for all of us to do better and to work together.
When we think about Amazing Grace Park, that means something. That means unity. That means all people come together as one.
This park is a reflection of what we think is important. It's this man's life.
That though this dear man died, he was not merely buried, he was planted. And even as he has been planted physically, his legacy will be planted symbolically.
You know, as someone once said, I'd rather see a sermon than hear one. That was Clemente Pinckney. I think it is important that the locals know who the late senator really was and what he meant to the state and the contributions that he made in both as a clergyman and as a state senator. Marion County played a major role in the life of the late Senator Clemente Pinckney. He was proud of Marion County and he felt a connection. Let me tell you, he was indeed a family man first and foremost, because this was instilled in him early on by his mother, by his father, and his late grandparents.
He always found time, in spite of his busy schedule, being a pastor and a senator, for family. We always had date night, and then we always found time to spend with the girls.
Senator Pinckney was a quiet man. He was a gentle giant. And the fact that he was quiet and had such a booming voice that everyone remembered him by, that when he spoke, everyone listened.
Today, the nation looks at South Carolina and is looking at us to see if we will rise to be the body and to be the state that we really say that we are.
And you would wait for the words of wisdom from a person like him that was coming amongst us, even though he was younger than us. His life experiences, his spirituality, and his experience as a politician as well, it just rang out and blossomed amongst all the people that were here, despite their level of experience and the time that they had in their service here.
The way he worked, the way he spoke, and the way he treated people in the Senate was a lesson for all of us. He was a son of South Carolina. He educated, he increased his knowledge. He used that knowledge to lead the state from his position in the Senate as well as from the pulpit. And it is fitting that we honor him, but not only are we honoring him, but we're honoring and inspiring all people to be like he was.
Now look at the Pinckney family and those other families who lost loved ones in this senseless event and how they responded. You know, they responded with love and kindness. They were forgiving people. And so they brought people together as opposed to dividing people. And they could have easily done that. But instead they chose to show what they were taught, what was instilled in them, and their beliefs.
If I could describe the park in one word, it would be unity. It's about bringing a group of people together, bringing families together, bringing communities together, a central location where families and friends could come for events and come just to relax, to enjoy.
There are parts in the park that truly represent him. Unity, community, peacefulness.
My dad played music. He was in marching band when he was in high school. I'm on color guard and marching band. My sister plays the cello. Music has been a major part of our life since we were little, so just being able to see that throughout the park is so amazing for me.
What excites me about the park the most are the wings, like going through the park and you can see them evolving, kind of like a person, how you can see them evolving through their life and how they change in different ways.
The museum is here, so people would get to come to see our museum, which is a fantastic museum. It's going to be center of the park. I think this is just to be a great area for the city of Marion and for our residents and visitors to see the South at its best.
The notion of having the sculpture there, the trails for the children, the games for the children, it celebrates nature and the environment. There'll be concerts, music, weddings, all those things. It's a great thing to have in any community, and especially a place like Marion County that is gorgeous. It fits perfectly.
If you think about the city of Marion and Marion County, this park says a lot about the statement of the character of the area. So when businesses look to invest in the area, they look for these kinds of things. They want a positive community health. They want a positive attitude. So I think it leads to economic development from that perspective. It also looks to bring in visitors. They come in, leave dollars behind. That creates economic growth for everyone involved.
So often the citizens in our county, we travel outside for recreation. We have to travel outside for activities, but this is right here in our home, in our community, a place where parents can come, students can come and be safe. And so I'm just excited that this park was chosen to be here. We're appreciative, and we just can't wait for this much-needed resource to be in our community.
It just excites me that the legacy will continue and the people can come. They're going to the Amazing Grace Clemente Pinckney Park. So it's the continuing the legacy. And that's just exciting to me.
Clemente was not about pointing fingers and talking about what's wrong. He was about finding solutions to what was wrong. I always say we are charged in making the world a better place than we found it. That was Clemente Pinckney.